So, third episode of the day, and I wanted to make an update episode on a couple of things that I don't think we've had updates concerning, and we'll then update. So 2 stories that I haven't updated on for a while, and then the one that is a little bit more recent. So 3 subject matters on this particular one. Yeah, guys, remember Pastor Mboro has been having his court issues, and so I wanted to give a certain thing that I saw. Remember Lovy Elias, right? Lovy Elias has been getting exposed over the last couple of months, like countless times. I mean, an exposed man at this point. If I think when companies were making screen protectors, they learned from Lovy. Another member who was there with him for over 10 to 12 years has exited, and also has been getting issues as well a little bit. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about that. So those 2 stories I have not given update concerning them. And then also this brings us back to the brother Enigma subject that has recently been happening, of him going over to Chris Network and putting everybody on blast. So very recently, Truth Preacher made a response to that episode yesterday. Truth Defender also made a response because he also got into the crosshairs of Enigma today. And Aus Thoby also made an episode. And Aus Thoby's episode is really the reason why I wanted to make an episode about it. I'll leave all these episodes that they made in the description below. Go check out Aus Thoby's video. It will give you a perspective of why I wanted to make this video concerning that whole thing. And so before I talk about the Enigma thingy and what Aus Thoby is a political party leader, he's a president of a party by the name of EFF, a bit of a radical Marxist. There was a rally they had, I think it was the 10th anniversary of their party, and Julius got too excited and he supposedly had a firearm and he discharged it. That's the charge. Now, the reason why I wanted to speak about that thingy with what happened with Pastor Mboro is that you'll remember Pastor Mboro went to a school. There were kids there because he's still going to trial. He appeared not long ago. He was complaining about people sitting next to them. He's still paranoid about spies. This one was sitting close. It's just a lot. But in that whole thing, there is something that you will learn when you look at the case of Julius Malema, and it's this here. Firearm charges are very hectic. Mboro's legal team was trying to go the route of saying that the firearm that he had, or that he discharged, or whatever happened, whether he discharged or not, was not a real firearm. So by so doing, it's an admission of a firearm. If you listen to the Julius Malema case, they're trying to kind of like distance the firearm and, like trying as much to think. But with what they have stated in Mboro's case, when they said, oh no, the firearm is it's not a real gun, it's a that's an admission of use of firearm and thingy. And I wanted to kind of comment on that because that, therefore, remember I mentioned this when this whole thing started. I said you can't use that if a blank firearm is portrayed. If you portray a blank firearm as if it is a real firearm, the charges on you are as if it was a real firearm. So that admission already puts him at a certain charge, that there is something that's gonna land. That claim that it was a thingy is admission of use of firearm. So already he has something, because Julius' thing is discharge. Is that the accusation is that there is a discharge of a firearm. So, and especially in a public, ooh, that's already that admission alone, they're gonna nail him on that. I'm just giving you a heads up. They're gonna nail him on that because it's an admission already. But anyways, I thought the charges on Julius and the concern of the discharge and what and who's holding the firearm, who was where, who is in use, that whole thing shows you, or it pinpoints for you something that Mboro's team would have to deal with in court. But anyways, just thought to give you a little bit of an update concerning that. Now, another particular story that I said I wanted to talk about was this friend. So if you are wondering which friend is it, this is the friend right here standing with Lovy Elias, who is recently made a video exposing Lovy and saying that there are charges, there is mistreatment of certain people pertaining Lovy or within the space of Lovy and whatnot. And so if you want to see that particular video, please go check Abednego's video. He made a video about that yesterday. So maybe I'll have time to react. I think there's at least about 2 more people that actually came out ever since the last time I made an update concerning this thing. Maybe I'll go back and then look up those videos. All right, so this takes me on to the situation with Enigma, right? So Enigma made a video, and he was attacking people that have always supported him. And he was saying that they don't have the Holy Spirit, and all that kind of stuff. Like I mentioned here, I'll leave Aus Thoby's video down in the thing. Aus Thoby highlighted Jesus is King's channel, this gentleman right at the top right there. Yeah, I had actually forgotten him when I made my video. And so I'll leave a video down in the thingy where she puts up her concern concerning this whole thing. And she highlights that why is it that when Enigma gets questioned, he doesn't like just disagree or anything like that. He attacks the whole ministry of the person. Like he goes straight for the jab. And so she's like, these are people this is concerning. These are people that have followed you for so long. They've spoken so positively of you for so long. And now they are just being treated like trash bags. Why is it? Another question she asked. She says, why is it that it's like, it's only your ministry? It's only when you preach, you are the only one. And you would kind of answer that within what Enigma said himself. He said, after Enigma, it's judgment. So he doesn't see other people preaching. Enigma has a thing, we all have an area where we have to work on. And I think Enigma has an issue with how people have seen him previously. And I'm not speaking this as a psychologist. I'm not diagnosing anything here, okay? Just so that we are clear. But Enigma seems to have a problem with how people have seen him previously. When he started speaking, he constantly wanted to approve himself. Constantly. He would, this person died when they opposed me. Like, this is a need for validation. And so it looks like it's the issue with him. The moment you disagree with him, you're the devil. Like, you just can't just disagree. There must be a situation behind the whole thing. And so he attacked Truth Defender. Okay? He attacked Truth Defender. He attacked the Truth Preacher. And previously, as Aus Thoby mentions in this video, he attacked Jesus is King. And for me, the Jesus is King attack was because Enigma wanted to make his own videos in English. Now, that's just me. I'm not a follower. I'm just going to say exactly what comes to my head, okay? But for him to attack him, but once he did that, you will notice that even Jesus is King started trying to find other messages to post and stuff like that. He just went, and he didn't even question anything. He just kind of like, okay, it's cool. And I don't think you guys should do that, honestly speaking. You shouldn't do that. Like, you've been supporting the person, yes, and you don't want to, but be very firm about what your position is. You are supporting this person. Yes, he might disagree. He disagrees nicely. If he wants to start a channel, start a channel. But he doesn't have to come for everything you stand for. It's the truth. The Bible says, always be ready to give a hope, an answer for the hope that is in you. That's what we are doing. All we are doing is pointing out the hope that is in us concerning what the gospel is. And so, also he mentioned this particular thing, and she says the direction that brother is going is concerning. And this is what I think. I think Enigma should listen to these people. I think if he disregards what I say, right? What do I know? I'm an outsider. I've never liked it, right? That's what they say. Truth preacher corrected him. He didn't listen. It's a person who's always followed him, always been praying for him and so forth. At least that one you should listen. Truth defender says, hey man, I don't see why you are leaning with this. Always supported you. I mean, like, he was on my neck because of you. But that's the kind of a person that you're going after. I mean, like, those are the people you should be listening to. Those are the people that have your best interest, right? I don't, according to the narrative online. Okay? Aus Thoby comes and says exactly the same thing. Now, this is where Enigma might, I don't know. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't claim Jesus told me anything. Jesus told me yesterday. Brother Enigma's worst nightmare would be this. He comes back and wants to respond to everybody's videos. That would be your worst nightmare. Don't do that. Now, the reason why I say that is because, as I mentioned earlier on, Enigma strikes me as a person who's always never been approved. Like, people never took him serious. Like, people kept having to make excuses for him in the early parts of his ministry. Like, Enigma doesn't look like the kind of a person that, and you're like, what are you talking about? People used to make a big deal about his appearance, and people were not questioning his appearance in the beginning, but people made it about appearance because when you look at him, that's the first thing that comes to their mind. It wasn't the first thing that people was coming into. Like, if you listen to all my videos, I've never made a video about Enigma's appearance. But if you watch the first videos, those are the comments you will see. People saying, oh, he doesn't look like. Nobody was questioning appearance. You made it about appearance because that's what it is about you, to you. That's what it is about to you. So Enigma strikes me with the way he was introduced to us, with the way he came to us. He kept talking about his teeth and his teeth and his teeth. I'm like, dude, nobody's talking about your teeth but you. Nobody's talking about your teeth but you. But that tells you he's always been this person that he never thought he would be received. Even when you listen to the Saint Twins episode, he mentions this thing. He's a little bit taken back by the reception of people. So he never thought he would be received. So now when people actually receive him, he overly exerts his power because he's afraid of losing that audience. Brother, you repent. That's not how you handle when people question. When people question you, you think the worst mistake would be for Enigma to come back and still attack the people who are right about correcting him. Not even me. They are correction. They are saying they are correctioning you. They are saying, brother, hold your brakes. Okay? I don't think Enigma should talk about this Pastor Motua thing, and I think he should just leave it because he wants to make it as if it's a revelation, but it becomes very clear very quickly after that he's responding to what people are saying. It's not a revelation. He's only responding to what people are saying. He is not giving any revelation. But he keeps making it a revelation. While it's clear, he's only responding to what people are saying. There's a difference. There are people that might have not understood what I just said right there. They might just say, yeah, we heard you. A lot of times Enigma is responding to what people are saying. He's not even giving a revelation. It's not like it's something new. It's only when something happens, that's when he responds. The Pastor Motwa thing, he didn't anticipate that. When he comes back, it's a revelation. So it's clear he's adding to revelation. He's adding. And what he's adding is creating all this fuss around the subject. And so I think he should just, if he doesn't learn from this, it's going to create a problem, because later on, these problems will continue. The next church Enigma goes to, there's going to be a problem. Why? Because he refuses to learn from the previous one. I'm telling you, there's always going to be problems. There are people like this, okay? They're all over social media. They seem to always have a problem with everybody. It's a red flag. A person like that is not learning. You will always fault people around the person. You will never look at them, because why? You're missing the whole thing. So if Enigma doesn't learn from this, I'm telling you right now, no doubt. Why? I know the personality type. If Enigma refuses to learn from this thing, the next church he's going to go to, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to come back and he's going to say there's no God there. It's not going to stop. Why? Because he refuses to learn from the mistake. He refuses to learn to stop making up stories. When there's no story, just say, okay, you know what? I don't know. I've never heard Enigma say he doesn't know. Because I'm exaggerating. But you get what I mean. If it just doesn't have an answer, it just doesn't have an answer. Stop being the end of it all, knower of it all. He knows the hidden things. He knows, as you were saying to the twins, he says he knows the color of the sheets of the bedroom. You don't. You don't. And why would you be claiming to know the color of the bedroom bed sheet? What are you saying? How is God giving you access to people's marital bathrooms? Sick. It's sickening. So if he doesn't listen to them, it's going to raise problems later. Mark my words. Number 2, which is the last thing, if he doesn't take the concerns that Aus Thoby mentioned, why is it that everybody you attack? If he doesn't take all of those things and he just keeps bringing up, we didn't know about these church issues. He brought them up. But then we become the problem when we now start addressing those things. Okay? And so if he doesn't learn from these people or what has been said right now, it's going to create more issues later on. We're just giving the hints right now. We hope that doesn't happen. It will not happen if he learns from this one. If he doesn't, it's going to continue. He will go to another church, it will be the same thing. Go to another church, it will be the same thing. He should listen to what those people are saying. And he should, this whole thing of trying to address what happened in that church, just leave it. Just leave it alone. Just move on. Go on with your church. And wherever you go, just go on with that. I think that's the best thing to do. That's me. That's my, but anyways, who listens to me? Ricky, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Other episodes done today, down in the comments. I'll have a blessed one.